This is part 2 of my Girl State video, because I just wanted to break it up, you know, make it easy. So the way you had a good experience at Girl State was you participated. That's always been a hard thing for me because I am naturally quiet in public and everything, because you learn so much more by listening. Like if you just, if you're like a really talky person, if you just take a day and listen, you learn so much more than you do if you're talking all the time. Like there are huge benefits to talking and to communicating in a group and like learning with that group and then teaching that group things and having that group teach you. There are huge benefits in that. But the benefit of listening is immense. And I spent most of the first 2 days listening. And so I didn't make any real close friends because I wasn't talkative, I wasn't like interactive with them. I was just an observer. But I really just wanted to go to observe. I didn't really, it's really childish to think this way. But I have fantastic friends already. Why look for more? I have to look for more in a year when I go to college. And I have no one. So why make friends here now? I'm gonna save up all that socializing that I'll have to do. I'll just expend it then. But, so, I didn't, make very good friends. The food was good though, so that's good. That's always nice when the food's good. But, I learned a lot about myself. I grew more to accept me for me. Like, that's not the point of Girl State at all. You're supposed to go and, you're supposed to learn about others. But it was a really hopeful experience for me. I grew more to, accept myself and accept traditions for the way they are. Because Girl State is very traditional. You pray a lot. And that was really a big struggle for me is, God, they're going to be praying all the time and I'm going to have to listen to this bullshit. Ugh. But it was, you just be respectful and everything and it was fine. But it was the respect, there was all this, all of this tradition and it was just so cool. That there was just there was this tradition that has been carried on by so many girls for a really long, since 1941. There it is, 3 generations, 4 generations, something like that. It's not a whole new idea, but it is an idea. And it is a tradition that is carried on and on and on. And granted, it was brought on by the Second Red Scare, yada yada yada. Okay, anyway. My rant video will be up after this. But, so, it was hopeful. Because in that, we had a girl who wore the Islam thingy. And she was keynote speaker. She was a keynote speaker. She, for the governor candidate, really pumped up the crowd on conventions night. And she was really amazing. And I was gratified to see that moment. When there's this Islamic girl up there, doing her thing. And she's talking, and there's this community, and it's one of the girls from my school that she's, communicating with and being with, and there is unity. There is unity. And it's beautiful, because all I ever see or hear or feel like anyone is talking about, besides, me and a few other optimists who are Muslims. It's Muslims are terrible, but there was this, and it was, I was happy to see it. I was really happy to see it. And then the Senate passed a bill, well, the Congress as a whole passed a bill saying yes to gay marriage. Here I am in South Dakota, and I never thought I'd see the day where something as idealistic, as liberally as that would ever come to this state and be yeah, I kind of like the idea of equality. Yeah. And I was floored, because here I am, this massive cynic going in there oh, this is gonna be hell. It's gonna be all of these conservative people, and they're gonna be all you're showing boobs! You swear I can't handle it! You don't pray? What is this? I was absolutely terrified. I was convinced that was gonna happen, and it didn't. Instead, there were all these optimistic, bright, positive, really genuinely caring people who cared about the same things I cared about, who like wanted this world to improve, who didn't want to see it held back because some people didn't like something. And it was beautiful. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I loved it. I really did. So, have a good night, YouTube.